In this video, I'll discuss Q4 FY25 result and Concall of Moneyboxx Finance, and at the end of this video, I'll discuss how to manage your position in a finance stock, seeing the asset quality, seeing the AUM growth. So let's start with the Moneyboxx Finance. So Moneyboxx Finance is a NBFC. They mainly cater to the cattle owners, cattle traders, grocery shop owners, and they started lending to the big not big but medium size MSME businesses. If we talk about the AUM by segment, okay, then over 60% of their book comes from the livestock, like milk is the livestock, because if we do not use milk in, let's say, 1 or 2 days, it will be wasted. Okay, so it is called livestock. So their 60% AUM comes from this livestock segment customers, and then 20% comes from retail traders, and 10% comes from kirana shop owners. I means that the grocery shop owners. And if we talk about the geographical presence, they are mainly present in 12 states. Main states are MP, 31% AUM comes from MP, then 17% AUM comes from Rajasthan, and 16% comes from UP. Okay, so that is their geographical presence, and they are fairly diversified. As a small NBFC, like, they have 1,000 crore, but they are really, I think they are over diversified because they are present in 12 states, whereas the big NBFC also, if we see, they mostly present in what, how much, 14, 15, 16 kind of state. So that is the thing with Moneyboxx Finance. There, if we talk about the average ticket size, they are secured loan. Ticket size of secured loan is around 3.5 lakhs, and an unsecured loan, it is 1.8 lakhs. So that is the company overview, and let's talk about the Q4 FY25 result. So starting with the AUM, their AUM grew by 27% in this quarter year on year. Their AUM is at 927 crore, and they increased their AUM quarter on quarter also by 11%. So in terms of AUM, the AUM growth become very less in last 1 year because of the collection problem they had in last I think in last Q2 Q3. Okay, so that is the effect they are getting for last few quarters, that the AUM growth have really come down. In the last year, like FY24, they grew by around 100%, over 100%, and this year they just grew by 27%. So anyway, we will discuss the asset quality, where the asset quality is going or not. So let's talk about some secured part of their book. From last year, when they faced the huge setback in terms of the collection, they increased their secured loan book at a very fast rate. Before, they had a very large contribution of unsecured book in their AUM, but now they are looking to increase their secured part of the book. In this year, in FY25, their secured AUM stands at 45%, whereas in the FY24 it was 24%, only 24%, but in this year that is 45%. Okay, and they are looking to increase the secured part of their book more. They are targeting 65% secured book by FY26, means this financial year, and 75 to 80% secured book by FY27. So they are really looking for ramp up their secured part of their book, and it also helps NBFC in a long run also, that they can increase their loan book at a fast rate. But yeah, there is going to be some kind of problem in terms of the growth in PAT number, in revenue number. I'll explain it in other video that why there will be some kind of growth issue with the revenue and PAT number, but that is the point. For long term, it is absolutely good for a NBFC that they are looking to increase their secured book. Okay, then let's talk about the disbursement. They done a disbursement of 200 crore in this quarter. Year on year decreased by 30%, and quarter on quarter they are increasing quite consistently. If we see in quarter 4 of FY24, they done a disbursement of 290 crore, but in the quarter 1, when they face the issue of that collection part, then their disbursement came down to 100 crore. Then they increased the disbursement to 120 crore in the next quarter, then 168 crore in Q3, and now they are doing 200 crore in FY20 in Q4 FY25. Okay, so they are increasing their disbursement consistently after Q1. Okay, so that we have to track it, that where the disbursement is going. But yeah, if the asset quality gets better in future, then obviously the disbursement growth will be there. Okay, so that is the thing. And let's talk about the collection efficiency. Their collection efficiency increased month on month in every month from last September. Okay, in the last September their X bucket was at 1.66%, and that is 0 in the March 25. So it is a really good improvement in terms of X bucket and collection overall. Also, if we see from January 25, they increased the overall collection efficiency to from 90% to 93%. So yeah, they are improving in terms of collection efficiency. And if we talk about the current bucket collection efficiency, in September 24 that was 97%, and now it is 99% in March. Okay, in the month of March it is 99.3%. So yeah, in terms of collection efficiency, they are improving month on month. Every month they have improved. Okay, so that is a really good thing about the asset quality. But if we talk about the GNPA and NNPA, in this quarter GNPA increased by 100 bps to 6.6%. Okay, and then the NNPA result, if we talk about NNPA, it also gone up by 54 bps to 3.42%. But the guidance for NPA is that the management is saying that in the Q3 addition of NNPA was around 24 crore. Okay, then Q4 that was it means that the last quarter that was 18 crore. Okay, so 18 crore first in Q3, that was 24 crore, in Q4 that is 18 crore, and they are saying that they will improve in the next quarter also. So that is the thing with the asset quality, GNPA and NNPA. And then if we talk about the 30 DPD, 30 DPD means what? That if a borrower defaults a loan for did not pay the EMI, if a borrower do not pay the EMI for 30 days, that becomes 30 plus DPD. So if we see the result of 30 plus DPD, that is 8.6% in this quarter. But the main thing is, obviously quarter on quarter it increased by 50 bps, but one thing we have to see, that rate of increase in 30 plus DPD have become lower. In Q2, if we see the Q2, the 30 DPD number increased by 250 bps. Then in Q3 also they increased by 270 bps. Okay, and in Q4 they just increased by 50 bps. Okay, so that is the positive thing, that the growth in increase of 30 DPD number is coming down. Okay, so that is a really good thing. We have to track it further in the next quarter also, that where the 30 DPD number is going, because it is a very important number if we see, because it is a early sign that who will default in next 2 months, who can default in the next 2 months and become GNP and NPA. Okay, so that is the 30 DPD. And if I talk about the credit cost, for this quarter credit cost is at 3.3%. Quarter on quarter increased, quarter on quarter decreased by some basis point. I do not know how much, but yeah, they improved their credit cost number, and they are also saying that, management is also saying that they will improve the credit cost to 3% in the next year. So that is also a good thing. See, one thing, that Moneyboxx is consistently improving their asset quality. Okay, but we have to see when the growth will come. Okay, and I think the bad phase is over, but still there is a way to go if we see in terms of the asset quality improvement. So yeah, that is the point. And if I talk about the branch addition, in this year they added 63 branch. Their branch count is at 163, and they are also targeting another 60 branch addition in the next year also. So in terms of branch addition, it is good that they are always it is right that when the asset quality is not right, not right means what? Not right means is absolutely in the right position. They also still they have some kind of problem in terms of asset quality. Okay, so we can't expect to branch addition to be high. Okay, so 60 branch in the next year is good, not bad. Okay, so that is the point with branch addition. And see one thing, let's go back 1 year. Okay, when the all kind of problem in Moneyboxx came in terms of the collections. Okay, let's say you have a position in Moneyboxx. So after seeing the problem, what you should do? You should absolutely cut down your position. That is the most best thing you can do. That is the best thing you can do in terms of a portfolio management perspective. Okay, let's say I give an example, that let's say you have 2% allocation in Moneyboxx. In last year's Q1, after seeing the problem, you should cut everything from Moneyboxx, because asset quality is the most important thing in a financial. So that is the most important thing. And another thing, what can happen, that you have a very small kind of allocation, like 0.5 1% kind of allocation in your portfolio, then you can say that yeah, stay here, let's see what happen in the next quarter or not, and then we'll decide. But what you should not do is to add more position after seeing the problem. That is the most important thing, that you first of all you have to cut. Okay, that is the best thing you can do. But if you do not cut the position, please do not add it when you are seeing the problem. Okay, so that is the important thing, because if I see, if I am not wrong, in the last year's Q1 around this time last year, Moneyboxx what was at what price, like 400 if I am not wrong, and now it is less than 200. So yeah, the asset quality effect is there in the prices, and that is why I said that you have, see, when you feel the first problem, you have to cut the position. That is the most important thing you should do. If you do not cut it, please do not add it, because many people do what, that after seeing the fall in stock price, they add more, and that is how they stuck in a stock for a long time. Because still if we see, the asset quality is not at the best after 1 year also. There is a way to go if we see, in terms of the asset quality, and growth is no way near. Okay, so that is the point when the downturn is. But when the downturn gets finished and the upturn gets started, like in Moneyboxx also, in a finance stock, you can make money in two ways. When the company is improving their asset quality, that is where you can make money. And another thing you can make money is by the growth, by increase in AUM growth, increase in disbursement growth. So that is how you can also make money in a finance stock. So if we see the Moneyboxx, their asset quality is improving little bit, month on month. I think there is another 2 quarters to go when the asset quality problem will be solved. I think, and the management also think that. So that is the point. And if you have a position in Moneyboxx, still if you have a position in Moneyboxx, you should not add it further. You should add it further when the AUM growth comes back. Okay, so that is the point. That is how we should manage our portfolio, by seeing where the asset quality is going, by seeing where the AUM growth is going. Please do not do the opposite thing in your portfolio, like asset quality is going down, but you are increasing your allocation in that stock. AUM growth is going down, but you are increasing your allocation in that stock. You should increase your stock when the asset quality is getting better, when the AUM growth is getting better, and get bigger and bigger with the company, because it is a long journey. If we see, no company gets from like 1,000 crore of market cap to 10,000 crore of market cap in 1-2 months or 1-2 quarters. You have to build your position when the stock is doing better and better and better, and when you feel there is some kind of problem in the stock, you should always cut your position. So that is how you should manage your position in stock market. It is not only for finance stocks, also for any kind of stocks. When the first sign of problem is there, you should cut. If you do not cut, please do not add it further. Okay, so that is the point. In the equity research. So that's it for the video. Thanks for watching.